So you were looking to get $1,000 in ones?
Yes.
When we order it, we have to put like a purpose. What did you need it for?
The good old tax refund. It's like free money. Well, kind of. But did you know that the average person gets back $3,000 per year? I can't get it. I don't think I've ever gotten back $3,000, even when I was paying the most in interest on my student loans. Oh shit. We're going to go over 5 ways that smart people spend their tax refund to really make it last. Make it last beyond that year that you're currently in. Make it last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or even 20 years if you want. We got to do this fast. I'm personally excited about the last one on the list because that's the one that I will be utilizing this year. But before we actually get into that list of 5, I need to mention 2 things. The first one is that you should always minimize how much you're getting back from the government. So if you are getting close to that $3,000, then you should probably go talk to your employer and get your filing status changed because you want to limit that amount of money. Because you're essentially allowing the government to hold your money interest-free for that full year. So if you change your filing status and they start taking out less in taxes, that means they will owe you less the next year when you get your refund. I know that all kinds of situations change as well. So sometimes you can't always plan for how much you're going to get back. So for example, this year is my first year being out of debt, my first full year. So I'm not paying any money in interest on my student loan, so I'm not going to get a tax break for that, but I did buy a house. So I don't know how that's going to impact my filing status and how much my return is. So I will see after this year as to if I'm getting quite a bit back, then I will change my filing status and do what I can to minimize that. That way I can keep my own money throughout the year and I can invest it in other areas that will actually hopefully pay me back a return as opposed to the government holding it interest free. For visuals, this is $3,000 in cash, the average tax return. Now I'm about to drop this. The second thing is I would really highly recommend spending your tax refund as soon as possible. Now that doesn't mean to spend it in a stupid way, okay? But have a plan for how you're going to spend it. And the main reason for that is because when you don't have the money for that long, you don't really feel like you own it. You don't feel that connection with that money. Holy freaking smokes! The shorter amount of time that you have it. So get it in, get it out. That way you don't hold on to it and kind of second guess what you're going to do with it. Have a plan, take action on that plan as long as it's in a smart way. But you'll get some smart ideas after we go through this list of 5. Okay, let's get into the list of 5 things that smart people spend their tax refund on. The first one is any kind of general repairs. So think of like your car or your house. Those repairs that don't really have to get done, for example, a car. Your car's still running, but you know there's a few things that need fixed, but you don't have to spend the money on. But the longer that you wait, the bigger of an issue it could become. This is the perfect time to spend that kind of money. The second thing is a child's educational fund. If you have kids, I don't have kids, this is the perfect way to fund that account. I don't know how much I would spend towards funding my kids' education account. Maybe a little bit, but I never really got anything, so I don't know, and I did okay. Yes, I did. I guess I was in a whole bunch of debts. I probably shouldn't be saying that. Okay, I'll give my future kids a little bit of an educational fund, okay? But I'm not going to fully fund it. They still need to work for it. But that's besides the point. Okay, the second thing that I would recommend is debt. This is the perfect way to spend money towards your debts. Spend money towards your debts. That way you can move the needle. So if you're someone who's been working towards getting out of debt, you're paying money towards your debts every single month, kind of chipping away, and it's moving the needle, but it's moving the needle slowly. Think about if you got $3,000 back and you put $3,000 towards your debts, it would move the needle quite a bit. That would be pretty cool to spend that tax refund on that type of thing. Now that's what I did every year when I was in debt, is I would take any tax refund that I had and I put it right towards my debt. So it was really exciting and it was really cool, like I said, to see that needle move with that large amount of money that I could just throw towards the debts. The next thing I would recommend is using it towards an emergency fund. If you were currently saving up for an emergency fund, or if you're working towards getting yourself out of debt and maybe you've had to dip into that emergency fund a little bit and you want to get that fund back up to the limit that you've decided that is best for yourself and your family, then use some of this tax return money on that type of thing. If you want to know how much you should have in your emergency fund, I did create a previous video on this topic. I'll put the link down in the description. That way you can figure it out. Or if you're thinking that maybe you want to get out of debt and you're looking at that emergency fund amount that you have to save up and you're like, man, that's a lot. This is the perfect way to fund that emergency fund and get it started, right? That way you get it funded and then you can just focus on getting out of debt. And the last thing, my favorite, number 5, is contributing to your IRA fund. We are allowed to contribute up to $5,500 per year. There's some other stipulations if you're 50 and above, but in general, anybody below the age of 50 can contribute up to $5,500 per year. This is the perfect time to just put all of that money towards your IRA contribution. That way it's more than halfway done. So that way the rest of the year you don't have to put in as much every single month because you've got that initial $3,000 towards your IRA. Also, if you want a copy of the debt-free prep workbook that I'm giving out, then the link is down in the description, or go to debtfreeblueprint.com and sign up, and I will give you a free copy of that to help you start working towards getting yourself out of debt, getting your mindset ready for that type of thing. This is something that I wish I would have had before I started getting out of debt because I feel like I would have been better prepared. So that's why I created this for you. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm crossing things off on my bucket list this year, and one of them is to make it rain at a strip club. I don't know if you want to put make it rain at the strip club, but that's what I need it for.
Okay. I'm going to kind of put something else.
I figured I could probably like write it off on my taxes too, because write it off to charity or something, right? I think that might be one of the strippers' names. So
we have to give a reason what we need the $3,000 in cash for.
Okay.
In singles.
What are you gonna put? Since you're not gonna put make it rain at a strip club.
Probably garage sale or something.
There you go.